And what's good, everyone? Welcome in. Glad to have you guys back at the stream once again tonight here on Behind the Arc Basketball. This is game number 3 of the series, Eastern Conference Finals. The Miami Heat taking on the Boston Celtics. The series tied at 1 apiece, and it switches now to the Boston Garden, TD Garden, in Boston, Massachusetts for game 3 today. Miami taking game number 1, 118-107 on Tuesday. Celtics with a big bounce-back victory on Thursday night at Miami, 127-102. Couple of different lineup changes here. Rob Williams has been announced that he is out tonight for the Celtics. Sore knee, will not play. Kyle Lowry and PJ Tucker both going to play tonight for Miami here as they go with desperation for the Heat. What's good, everybody? Vegas, Phoenix Gamer, Edith, Joski, Bradley, LBJ, welcome back to the stream, everybody, once again here. I hope so, man. Things right now rolling well for the Celtics, looking to continue it tonight on their home floor. Marcus Smart, Al Horford back in that game too, making a major impact doing so. And Smart, man, he was just on fire in the last game. 24 points, 12 assists, 9 rebounds, 3 steals and a block. Played at such an elite level out there on the floor, bringing the toughness, the energy to the Celtics team. Al Horford, the leader on the hardwood, and those two just so crucial to what the Celtics can do, and looking to see if they can keep it on that track tonight. Boston, 9 for 11, three-point range in the first quarter. They made grand total of 23s of 40 attempts. That was a big part of the success for the Celtics, why they took that last game there. If you guys are new in the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and thanks so much all for joining back in. Being a part here once again tonight, as we're going to tip off really soon going down between these two teams. Total team combination that Boston got just a lot more scoring punch in the last game. What the Celtics got between Tatum, Smart, Brown, Peyton Pritchard off the bench, Grant Williams, all scoring in double figures in the last game for the Celtics, where Jimmy Butler was the one who was carrying for Miami. But the Heat want to make this a series. They got to have Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo show up, and they were just not there in the last game. Tyler Hero, 6th man of the year. He was held to just 11 points. He shot the ball just 1 of 8 from three-point range in this series for Hero. He's averaging around 20 per game this season. Bam Adebayo, though, just nowhere to really be found offensively in the series, averaging just 8 points per game for Bam Adebayo. 3 games all season long with single digits. He's had 4 games now in the playoffs where Bam has scored in single digits. And like last time these two teams faced up in the bubble, Bam was a huge difference maker, averaged 22 and 11, just no aggressiveness, only attempting around 5 shots per game. And he averaged around 13 shots per game in the regular season. So if they want any sort of urgency, Bam Adebayo is going to have to make an impact here for the Heat tonight. What's good, Jack? Welcome to the stream, Virgilio. Glad to have you back in once again. Yeah, that was tremendous there what the Celtics did. 9 for 11. At one point, they rallied off 9 straight made threes. 20 for 40. And Boston just, when they're feeling it, they are hot from the floor. Jaylen Brown had a tough start in game 1. He was the tone setter there in game number 2. Started off in a big, strong start for JB, and everybody just kept on playing right off of him. And then Smart had a struggling start, but Smart just took over. Later the game got Jason Tatum as well. He took over, had 2 quick personal fouls. Thought that things were going to be a little bit like just worrisome since Tatum got into that early foul trouble. Not the case, though. What's good, Ron? David, thanks so much for joining in. Yeah, I think if Michael Jordan plays in this era, tons of players would fear him. Hopefully going to tip off really soon. I'm on a hot spot today, so I won't have as many stats for you guys as I usually do as far as shooting percentage, points scored throughout the game. Richard, thanks so much for joining in, man. Make sure to vote in that poll before we start off. Who do you guys taking tonight? Celtics Heat here. Celtics hosting this game tonight, hosting game 4 on Monday as well. Series switching back to Boston. Miami came into the last game 7-0 on their home floor. No longer, though, as Boston pulled off that victory. Vernon, welcome back in. What's good, David? Welcome back in the stream. Things going pretty well, man. Just getting ready to tip off. Couple moments from now. Izzy, thanks so much for joining in. Yeah, that's what I predicted before the series started, was Celtics in 6. If Jimmy Butler doesn't get any help coming up, it could very well be Celtics in 5, based on what we saw in the last game. Yeah, PJ Tucker, the first 5 points, and that was it. He got injured later in the game. Tucker's playing tonight, though. He told Eric Spoelstra when he missed the end of the first half in Game 1 that there's no chance that I'm not playing in the second half. And then once again, no chance that he's missing this game. So Tucker's playing tonight, and then Kyle Lowry is playing tonight as well. And Rob Williams is out for the Celtics, though. Shocks, welcome in 100%. Dork, welcome on board. Jordan, John, Paul, Hawkeye Nation, thanks so much for joining in. Before we start off tonight, make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Gonna tip off in a couple minutes from now. David, welcome back in. Yeah, Celtics missing Rob Williams. He's got a sore knee, so he's out of this game. All right, going to tip off any moment from now here, Saturday night at the Boston Garden for game number 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Whoever wins this series is going to take on the winner of the Western Conference Finals and the NBA Finals starting June the 2nd. And Golden State out to a mission right now. Yesterday came down from 19 down to beat Dallas. Golden State leads the Western Conference Finals series 2-0. This series tied up between Miami and Boston, with the Celtics hosting tonight and hosting on Monday games 3 and 4. Oh, tremendous. I wish I was alive during that time there, Hawkeye Nation. I was born in 95, so I wasn't able to see those 80 Celtics teams. Number 7 for the Heat, Kyle Lowry, is back on the floor. Miami's going to go with the black uniforms tonight. White numbers, white letters with a red outline. Starting lineups being announced right now is here we go. This is what we got for the starting lineups. For the visiting Miami Heat, they go with Kyle Lowry, Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, Max Strus, and PJ Tucker. Gabe Vincent moved down to the bench. Gabe Vincent, the number 2 scorer in this playoff series, averaging around 14.5 points per game. That says a lot right now, specifically the case from game number 2 for the Heat. Daniel Tice inserted in the starting lineup in place of Rob Williams tonight. Tice, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, Al Horford. That's the starting 5 for the Boston Celtics. Celtics with the white uniforms tonight. Green numbers, green letters. About to get ready to tip off in just a moment. Thanks so much all for joining in on this Saturday night. And hopefully a great night of basketball action going down here. We've seen a lot of blowout games recently. Last night's game was a great one, though. Come from behind victory by Golden State. We'll see if this game is closer, if this game will resemble what Game 2 had looked like. Boston Garden rocking for this matchup. Celtics outscored the Heat by 25 points in the first half. The Heat outscored Boston by 25 in that third quarter. In game number 1, we're underway. Celtics control the opening tip right to left in the floor. Jaylen Brown has it top of the key, defended by Butler. Moves it out to his left to Horford. Bounce pass around the perimeter into the hands of Smart. Smart hands it off to Tatum on the outside. Tice sets the pick. Tatum guarded 1-on-1 by Strus. Edge of the midcourt logo. Dribbles up. Tatum attacks the rim. Floats it up around the rim and out. Kyle Lowry, defensive rebound. First possession of the game for the Heat. Lowry swings it out to the right wing. Open 3. Max Strus hits it. Max Strus with a big game 1. Had a great game 6 against Philadelphia in the second round. Makes the first bucket of the night. Second possession for the Celtics. Going for a little dump off down low. Tice looking for Horford. Not there though. Deflected, intercepted by the Heat. Miami second possession. Lowry, jab step on the perimeter. Kyle Lowry still has it. 12 on the shot clock. His lob goes over the head of Adebayo. That goes out of bounds. So Kyle Lowry missing some action here. Hasn't played since the early stages of the Philadelphia series in the second round. And missed the mark on that pass. Him and Bam off the mark on that one together. Turnover. Uncle Pizzle, thanks so much for joining in, man. 10:50 left to go in the first. Jaylen Brown has it top of the key, defended by Strus. Straightaway 3. Missed off the front rim, no good by Brown. Defensive rebound pulled down by Butler. Sean Sam, welcome in. Alex, thanks so much for joining in. I'm on vacation with my family up in New Hampshire. Score with a layup is good by the Heat. That's the Bio takes his first shot, and he makes it. Shot the ball 60% 2 years ago in the 2020 bubble against the Celtics in that series. Averaged 22 and 11, only averaging 8.5 and 6 so far through 2 games. Tatum, cross-court pass to Tice. Looking to get something on the board here for Boston. Jaylen Brown, free throw circle. Floats it up and got it. Tough shot, ranging to his left. JB on the board first. 2 minutes through. 10 minutes left to go in the first. Miami has the possession. Lowry moves it out to the hands of Butler. Back over to Lowry. Lobs it over to Tucker around the perimeter. Bounce pass out of Bio. Has it right corner. Back outside to Tucker. Towards his left, gives it out to the left corner to Butler. Butler yet to get on the board so far. Butler shovels it left corner 3 in the air. Tucker connects on it. 8-2 Heat with 9.5 left to go in the first. Miami perfect 3 of 3 from the floor using the shot clock. No problem for the Celtics. They were down as many by 10 at one point, 18-8 in that game 1. And then went on to a 19-0 run. Here's a layup, driving right baseline to the hole. Goodbye, Al Horford. Good to see him in the scoring column early. Quick bucket right behind the defense. It's Butler. Count it in the foul. 10-4. Heat lead. 9:18 remaining first quarter. Yeah, that's a tough one. I go with probably Bird or Russell for the top Celtic of all time. Jimmy Butler with a big bucket down low past the Celtics defense, absorbs the contact. We take the first time out of the game, just under 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much all for joining in, being a part here on the channel tonight, as we're on the first time out of this game right now. I'm on vacation currently, so I didn't bring my other laptop, so I don't have like a lot of statistics for you guys since I have just one web page up at the moment. The Heat just hot from the floor to start off this game. Exactly how they started off in game number 2. They were hot from the floor as well for the Heat, and then things started to cool down. Once they brought in their rotation players, they started to take a lot of low percentage shots and miss them. They're getting to the rim quite quickly for Miami. Bam Adebayo with a bucket so far, and that's a positive sign for the Heat. For the Celtics, they started off with a couple of low percentage shots. Jaylen Brown made a tough one ranging to his left off of a fadeaway for the first bucket. And then Al Horford got a baseline driving layup. Dude K, welcome on the stream here. Make sure to hit me up in the chat who you guys got in this one for game number 2. Celtics or Heat. First time out of the game at the moment. We'll see how Boston comes right out of this timeout. What's good, Maliko? Welcome back in. Jay Ramirez, welcome back on the stream here. Just waiting to get back into this game as we're currently on a media break. Jimmy Butler's going to have one free throw coming up at the line. Yeah, it's pretty close. It's not too far away from the lake. DC, thanks so much for joining in on the channel. Andy, welcome back in. Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be like a really hot one today. It actually wasn't as hot as it was like supposed to be in the forecast. They put on my TV screen, they put on like a tornado warning because all the way up in like northern New Hampshire, northern Maine, they're right now in a tornado warning. What's good, Shailene, Chloe, Elmigs, Johnny, Charles, thanks so much for joining in here. We come back from the timeout, 10-4 to score. Butler with one free throw. He makes it. Inspirational speech winning the Celtics huddle coming up out of that timeout just a moment ago after the first timeout of the game, as they have very well know what slow starts are all about. Down 18-8 in game number 2 against the Heat, and then went on a monster run. 9 minutes left to go in the first. The Heat take a quick 3 in transition. That is good by Kyle Lowry. Welcome back to the starting lineup. It's 14-4. All 5 starters have scored in the first 3 minutes plus now for the Heat. Tatum kick to the corner, intercepted by Butler. Here it goes for Miami. Lowry has it at the wing, defended by Tice. Lowry gives it over to Adebayo. Adebayo backs his way to Horford inside. Adebayo turnaround, hits it. 16-4. Heat making a big response right now. They are just sizzling from the floor. Getting some great looks, connecting on all 6 shots. A lot of buckets so far in the paint. Max Strus answered with the first 3. Smart at the right wing. Guarded by Strus. Dribbles up, spin move down the lane. Smart blows past the defender. Will not count the bucket though. It's going to be a reach and fall charge to Max Strus. Clock will stop with 8:14 left to go in the first. All 5 starters scoring, 6 for 6 on the board for the Heat. Dallas started out red hot yesterday. Made 15 threes in the first. Stat blew a 19-point lead. Smart up fake. Moves it out to the wing. Jaylen Brown shoots the 3. Off the front, no good. Battle for the rebound. Tice tips it over to Horford. Turnaround. Couldn't get it to go. Butler snatches it down. Rips away off the glass. And here goes the Heat. Under 8 minutes left to go. First quarter, Butler attacking, tough looking, couldn't finish off the glass. Rebound to Horford. Pass ahead out to Brown. Euro step down the lane, and Brown gonna draw the blocking foul. Game clock will stop. 7:47 left to go in the first. Jaylen Brown's gonna shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's called on Kyle Lowry for the blocking foul. So 2 free throws here by Brown. First shot is good. What's good? The Cone Man. Welcome back in. Second shot coming up by Jaylen Brown at the line. And that one right down the middle as well. 16-6. Derek, thanks so much for joining in from the Marshall Islands. 7:45 left to go in the first. Celtics made 23s of the 40 attempts in Game 2, yet to connect from 3 so far. Top of the free throw circle, Adebayo almost got stripped, defended by Horford. Takes the jumper straight away. Bam connects on it. His aggressiveness a big part. The reason why they heat up early. 7:20 left to go in the first. Bam Adebayo making a response. Tatum swings it cross court. Horford touch pass. Corner 3. Jaylen Brown had a good look. Couldn't send it down though. The Heat come up with a defensive rebound. Butler off the Bam. Bam attacks. Down low on Horford. Goes backdoor. Scores. Bam Adebayo already hitting his series average with 8. It's 26 Heat. 7 minutes left to go in the first. Horford has it top of the key towards his left around the perimeter. Gives it outside to Smart. Smart defended by Adebayo. Dribbles, attacks the paint, goes up for a mid-range shot. And Smart will draw the foul, charge to Adebayo. Clock will stop with 6:50 as Bam goes down hard. Grabbing his nose area, too. He needs a moment. Let's see. Ooh! Marcus Smart going up in the shooting motion and clipped the chin nose area of Bam Adebayo as he goes down. Ooh! That left elbow. They called it. Initial call, blocking foul, charge to Adebayo. So referee is looking at this right now on the monitor. On the last call. The clock is stopped with 6:50 left to go. Okay, so this is going to send Marcus Smart to the free throw line. Yo, welcome in Jacoby out to the stream here. MB, welcome in. Miami's still pleading their case about the last foul call. It's going to send Marcus Smart to the free throw line. Shooting 2, first shot, no good, off the rim, short. Grant Williams might need him, finally, checks into the game. Got the start, responded with 19 points in game 2. Grant Williams, first time in this game tonight, checks in. Second one good at the line by Smart. 20-7. As Tice is currently out of the game for the Celtics. Adebayo inside a key double team by Grant Williams and Horford. And we got a whistle here. As Kyle Lowry is exiting the game now. So Kyle Lowry played 5 minutes and 17 seconds, and now he heads towards the locker room. So he's coming off a hamstring injury where he missed all the games before this in the series and missed the second part of the series against Philadelphia. So Lowry is now heading towards the locker room. Adebayo gets the inbound. Adebayo inside the key, puts it up and got another one. Bam's got 10 points so far. 22-7, so he is responding off of a tough game number 2 by Adebayo. 5 of 6 from the floor. Already attempting more shots than he had in the last game. More than his average throughout the series, and Horford turns it over, looking for Grant Williams. Grant's holding his hand right now. That ball was poked away. Gabe Vincent on the floor first time today. Bounce pass to Adebayo with the right elbow. Adebayo bounce pass off to a cutter. Max Strus scores up and in off the glass. And the Celtics will keep on playing 24-7 with 5:50 left to go. Boston is yet to take a timeout. I would think right there after the cut that you take the timeout, but no, they still elect to play. They've yet to make a 3, 0 for 3 from 3. Tatum, double team, bounce pass off the roll down. Grant Williams couldn't finish off the glass, looking for the foul call, couldn't get it. Miami comes up with a rebound. That's a great defensive play by Miami to stay within the paint area. Vincent has the ball on the outside. And now the Heat will burn a timeout. 5:28 left to go in the first. Nightmare start for Boston here. So the Heat have responded in a huge, huge way. Heat playing just stellar defense right from the start. Celtics have had some looks at the rim. And they just can't finish. A couple of times they just haven't been able to finish at the rim so far. And Miami's been able to finish basically all their shots. Shooting the ball at a high clip. Like, they just can't miss. And they're making some tough shots from the floor. Adebayo just really getting going. At the rim, going for the mid-range. Bam's hit some tough shots. Turn around at the free throw circle. Celtics just not there, making their shot so far tonight. Miami's 10 for 12 shooting. Perfect 3 of 3 from 3. So everybody helping out. It's not just Jimmy Butler. Butler's got himself just 3 so far. It's Adebayo with 10. Strus got 5. Celtics with 4 by Brown. Tatum yet to score. 0 for 2 from the floor by Tatum. Celtics 2 of 9 shooting. What's good, Bryce? Thanks so much for joining in. Christian, welcome back in the channel here, man. Tyler Hero yet to play so far tonight. Yeah, this game is far from over. We've seen a lot of runs happen, but it's now the second time out in the game, one by each team. And the Celtics really need to start making some adjustments, and that's on the defensive side of the floor. Without Rob Williams, that's looking to hurt Boston at the moment. They went with Tyson instead of Grant Williams to start. And that one it's been tough so far. Jose, what's good? Rick, welcome back in. JL on the stream, welcome on board. Yeah, good question there. I'd probably go with Hunter Dickinson from Michigan. He's done more in the tournament than Trace Jackson Davis. Trace Jackson Davis, his return back is huge for Indiana, but they always have like higher expectations for Indiana, and they either like are like a bubble team, either miss the tournament or like barely make the tournament. Whereas Michigan, this past year, they were lucky to get in and they went on a run themselves, and then the year before they went to the Elite Eight. What's good, Carrie? Thanks so much for joining in. Underwater Levels, welcome back in the stream. If you guys are new in the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much all for joining in, being a part here on the stream tonight. Happy Saturday night to you guys out there. We come back from the timeout. Celtics looking to see if they can make some major adjustments, specifically stopping the Heat and getting their offense starting to make some shots. Max Strus has the ball at the wing. Dribbles attack, strip, lost it. That's a big defensive stop. We'll see if that propels anything for the Celtics. Grant Williams comes out with a steal. And the pass by Smart off the fingertips of Brown. He saves it, though. Possession continues for the Celtics. On the outside, Boston has the ball. Derek White back into the game. First time tonight. With the birth of his child, did not play in the last game on Thursday night. Horford couldn't finish at the rim, and the Celtics struggling because of that. Multiple looks they've had at the rim, and they just cannot finish. Too strong off the glass multiple times. Under 5 minutes left to go in the first. Attacking, Butler down low, pass to the corner. Tucker has it. Bounce past Butler, low right block. 8 on the shot clock for Butler. Dribbles back out to the corner. Moves it over to Tucker. Hand off Butler. 3 in the shot clock. Turns to corner. Drives. Kick. Corner 3. Gabe Vincent. Off the front rim. Tipped up. Defensive rebound. Pulled down by Derek White. 4:30 left to go in the first. Celtics looking for something. White gonna push it. White attacking White. At the rim. Moves it back outside to Smart. Smart. Passes outside. Horford. Shoots the 3. Got it. And we'll see if that makes anything of something here for the Celtics. Al Horford found on the perimeter by Marcus Smart. Gets the assist. 14-point game. 4:10 left to go in the first. Horford with 5 so far, 3 rebounds. Heat with the basketball. Hand off to Strus in the perimeter. Strus inside the key. Strus almost lost it, gets it back. Strus step back 3 over Horford. Tough contest, and he makes it. Nothing you could do there. That's a big-time shot by Max Strus. 27-10. Currently, Tatum's on the bench sitting and watching right now. Tatum yet to score. Celtics have on the floor White, Smart, Brown, Horford, and Grant Williams. Top of the key, Jaylen Brown, defended by Gabe Vincent. Moves it out to his left to Smart. Smart jacks up a 3. Missed off the rim poorly. That's a tough shot. Rebound controlled by Dwayne Dedman. Heat have the ball. Vincent, Dedman, Strus, Tucker, and Butler. Mid-range. Good by PJ Tucker, 29-10. Edgar, James, Ricardo, Daniel, thanks so much for joining in here. Celtics need to start getting something because they forgot to play physical basketball so far. Derek White open on the perimeter. Dribbles up, drives on Strus. High off the glass, couldn't finish at the rim again. Tipped over to White for the offensive rebound. Back outside of Brown. Shoots a three, gets knocked down and fouled. And Jaylen Brown has 3 free throws coming up at the line with 3 minutes left to go in the first. Bad personal foul committed by Miami. That's on Dwayne Dedmon. This is big here for Jaylen Brown. 3 free throws, chance to cut into it to make it a 16-point game, but this is well far from over. First one is good. What's good, boy? Yeah, welcome back in the stream. Second free throw, a make. Caleb Martin and Tyler Hero going to check into the game now for the Heat. Max Strus will take a seat on the bench. We'll see if this will make any changes here for the Celtics to start to make this game closer. Very well could certainly do so because PJ Tucker has just checked out of the game. So we'll see if they start to go after Tyler Hero and Caleb Martin on the defensive side of the floor for the Celtics. 16-point game. Jaylen Brown makes all 3 of them. 3 minutes left to go in the first. Gabe Vincent on the perimeter. Deflected by Brown. Brown comes up with a steal in the corner. Here goes Boston. Outlet pass ahead. Derek White will slow it down, though. Bounce pass off to Horford. Gives it over to Smart. Smart weaves his way through traffic. Gets knocked down and fouled by Dedmon. The clock will stop with 2:43, and that's Dwayne Dedmon's second. Joe, welcome in. Derek, thanks so much for joining in here, man. Great, thanks so much for being back on. Marcus Smart going to head to the free throw line, shoot 2 in the bonus. First one is good. Yeah, Celtics just cannot finish at the rim so far in this game. And Miami is making the majority of their shots. Celtics starting to come back into it, forcing a couple of Heat turnovers. Smart missed the second free throw, though. Boston just 3 of 14 shooting from the floor. 2:30 left to go in the first. Heat with a possession. They only made 2 shots in the third quarter in that game number 1. That's well short by Bam off the front rim. Tice with a nice defensive rebound. Grant Williams gives it outside of Smart. Smart, Grant Williams, Daniel Tice, Derek White, and Jaylen Brown. That's the 5 on the floor, and terrible pass by Smart. Swung into a double team into the key, and Adebayo right there to intercept it. Here it goes off to Hero. Hero attacks down the lane, kicks it out to the wing. Vincent off the catch, open 3. Gabe Vincent hits it. 32-14, things not looking so well. Tatum back at the scorer's table, about to check in a couple moments. Boston has just made 1 3. Yeah, this game's in Boston. So the first 2 were in Miami. This game's in Boston. And the Celtics turn it over. Hustle play by Gabe Vincent. Deflected at Hero off the catch. Missed the 3. Celtics lucky. Tice comes up with a defensive rebound. Jaylen Brown takes it past midcourt. Celtics did not show up in this first quarter. Brown, jumper, 18-footer, hits it. 32-16. They're going to need Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum to be stellar tonight. Jaylen Brown's doing the bulk of the carrying right now for the Celtics. He's got 9 to top score. Tatum yet to even score tonight. Lob out to the left corner. Hero working on Tice. 8 on the shot clock. Hero, jumper, left baseline. Hero hits it. That's a good shot there for Tyler Hero. Daniel Tice just got put to school on him. 1:05 left to go in the first. White moves it out to his right in the perimeter. It's Smart. Smart passes out to his left. White lobs it free throw circle. Turnaround. Brown. Front rim. Goes down. Friendly bounce. Good for 2. 11 points on the board for Jaylen Brown. The one who's keeping the Celtics hanging in this game right now. Brown's got 11. Horford's got 5. 34-18 with 55 seconds. Ralph, L. Miggs, Kevin, thanks so much for showing in here, guys. Jaylen Brown needs more help. Jason Tatum been on the bench for a long time. There hasn't been a whistle. He's at the scores table trying to come back into this game, but there hasn't been a whistle for quite a period of time. Adebayo scores with a left-handed layup. Bam Adebayo just torching the Celtics in the first quarter. He's got 12. Brown has it at the top, defended by Vincent. 35 seconds left to go. Over to White. White drives down the lane, missed the layup, and that's basically this game in a nutshell in the first quarter. Cannot finish at the rim. Missed a wide open, easy layup by Derek White. Yikes. 20 seconds left to go in the first. Adebayo, up fake, inside of Keon Tice. Adebayo mid-range, high arcer off the rim. Put back opportunity is good, count it and one. That is Caleb Martin out of all players who got the putback. 38-18, and the Miami Heat have responded here, and the Celtics have gotten knocked out and haven't gotten back into it. (38-18), and in the first quarter, the Celtics are TKO. Jason Tatum will head back into the game in the final 15 seconds. Celtics with zero grit, zero physicality. Missing Rob Williams. Big problem of the struggles tonight is Tice heads to the bench. Daniel Tice having a tough time keeping up in this game. The Heat are hunting Tice down multiple times. Frito is good. It's a 21-point lead. 10 seconds in the first. Jaylen Brown's done the bulk of the scoring. Gives it out to the corner. Smart with a three. Smart miss. They just cannot make a three right now either for the Celtics. Hero pass midcourt. Shovels it over to Bam. Banks it home at the buzzer. They're not going to count it, I don't think. Lucky for the Celtics, they don't. 39-18 the score. Bam Adebayo just made two points, but it will not count. Late after the buzzer as he banked it. And we close out the end of one. And the Celtics nowhere even close in this game. Bam Adebayo finishing at the rim. All throughout this game, the Celtics nada. Yeah, this is pretty embarrassing right now when you can't even make a simple layup. Derek White had last possession where Boston missed a layup. Derek White had an open lane, and he just missed it too strong off the glass. It's been multiple occasions that we've seen it today. And Jason Tatum with a goose egg in the first quarter. Tatum was on the bench for quite a long time. There was no fouls, no out of bounds plays, no whistles for an extended period of time. So Tatum wasn't able to check back into the game for a long time. He was waiting at the scores table for around the 4-minute mark left to go in the first quarter, and he checked in with 15 seconds left to go. So Rob Williams not on the floor tonight. He's out due to ankle soreness tonight for Rob Williams getting rest. Big impact for the Celtics paint defense that they're suffering right now. Miami came out, just punched Boston to the face, and the Celtics have gotten knocked out and haven't rose in that first quarter. Luckily for Boston, they still got 3 quarters left to play. Miami with 8 separate scores, 5 of 7 from 3, 64% in the first quarter shooting to supposedly the number 1 defense, Boston. Boston shooting 28%, 5 of 18 from the floor, 1 of 6 from 3. Jason Tatum 0, Daniel Tice 0, Derek White 0. Tatum, Tice, and White combining for 20 total minutes, shooting the ball 0 for 4 from the floor. 11 points by Jaylen Brown. Celtics lucky that, this game is far from over, but Boston's lucky that the score's not 39-5 at the end of the first quarter. Without Jaylen Brown, they'd be getting torched even more. They'd be down by 30, basically. Yeah, I'm shocked here. I think Boston just thought that they got this game. And yeah, you can't be handed the game. I feel like in the first quarter they thought that they were just handed this game. That just can't happen. Not against the number 1 seed in the playoffs. The Heat playing desperate. And the Heat have responded in a big way. Turnover numbers right now are 5 turnovers by the Celtics, 2 by the Heat. Heat have got 7 points off of Celtics turnovers. And Boston is just getting torched in the paint. Here's the big difference so far. 20-2 points in the paint in favor of the Heat. Bam Adebayo came out to play today. Adebayo's got himself 12 points, 6 of 9 shooting. So we come back to the start of the second quarter, and Miami already just made another shot. Right at the start of the second, it's 41-18. Celtics with the ball. Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard, Grant Williams, Al Horford, Jason Tatum. That's the 5 on the floor. Pritchard swings into the key. Horford, mid-range, gets it. Demigod, thanks so much for joining in. Rizaldi, Latarius, welcome to the channel here. Watching with Derek, mid-range. Airballed by Bam, trying to force contact, didn't get the call. Jaylen Brown comes up with it. Jaylen going downhill, swings it outside. Grant Williams, extra pass around the perimeter. Off to Tatum, shoots the 3 off the front rim. Jason Tatum wide open, couldn't connect. Tatum still with a goose egg on the board. Heat with the ball by 21. Hero, crossover at the right elbow, guarded by Horford, dribbles into the key. Hero, around the rim, no good. Horford, defensive rebound. Here goes the Celtics with it. Pritchard trying to make it downhill. Pritchard lost the handle on the hardwood. Gets it back. Able to swing it outside of Brown in time. Horford passes off to Tatum. Tatum, his pass deflected inside the key. Tatum gets tied up. Jason Tatum with a terrible start. It's a jump ball between... It's going to be Tatum who will go up for the jump ball between... I'm not sure who, but there were like 3 Heat defenders in there. Kalen Martin, Duncan Robinson, Gabe Vincent. So somebody's going to go up for the jump ball with Tatum. Whether it's Martin and Tatum, Robinson and Tatum. I think it's either one of those 2 here. Bill, thanks so much for joining in. Potri, Lance in the stream. Tatum. And, it is Adebayo who will go up for the jump ball. Adebayo came in late and the Heat controlled the jump ball. 10:25 left to go in the second. Hero swings it down low. Adebayo gets tackled by Grant Williams, and that's 2 free throws. That's a hard fall by Grant. Yeah, this is just disappointing. Grant Williams completely fell for the ball fake and landed on top of the head area. Bam Adebayo. Wow, they won't call it 2. That is not called 2 shots by the referees, so they say the fall occurred before he went into a shooting motion. Jaylen Brown and Grant Williams will check into the game now for the Celtics. Non-shooting foul called by the referees there. Wow. Heat get the inbound, out to the corner. Duncan Robinson floats up the runner. You know it's a bad game for the Celtics when Duncan Robinson scores 2. Undrafted from Williams College in the Berkshires, Duncan Robinson with his first 2 of the game. Transfers off to Michigan, goes undrafted, played D3 at Williams for the Eafs. Out to the wing. Smart dribbles, attacks down the lane, floats up the shot around the rim, no good. Couldn't finish inside the paint once again. The Heat come up with a rebound. 9:45 left to go before halftime. Here's a 3. It's good by Martin. The Heat have punched the Celtics down, and the Celtics have not responded. And yeah, they're looking slow tonight. Looking slower than somebody else that I know. Going to take a timeout on the floor by Boston. They do here with 9:41 left to play in the second. As the Celtics have just got destroyed. And nothing to do in this game for the Celtics here. Bad game. Crazy. Yeah, Golden State up 2-0 in their series, and they were down by 55 in the last series against Memphis. So anything could happen. anything honestly could happen. This is what sports is all about. Yeah, the team that I announced this season for baseball, they were riding a 17-game winning streak into the NCAA tournament. They had a record of 30-10. They played the worst seed in the bracket, a team with a record of 15-19, and they lost yesterday. And the team that they played against is kind of sort of like a rival from another conference that's only like 20 minutes away. Yeah, it was just a bad loss. So anything could happen. I've seen. I saw a couple of weeks ago. I called a game where the pitcher had a record of 1-4, an ERA of 10.95, and would you believe it that pitcher got the victory he got the victory on the mound. The final score is 2-1, and the other pitcher that he went up against had a record of 6-1 with an ERA of 3.05, and the pitcher with an ERA of 10 with a record of 1-4-1. So 46-20. As right now we're just on the timeout. This has just been a rough one. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. Hopefully at least the fans are still in their seats after this one. Because usually they go for the exits if one team's down by 30. I don't watch that much wrestling. Yeah, I haven't watched wrestling in a while. Bam Adebayo responding here in a big way to start off this game. Like, he has listened and he has responded. He's shooting the ball 63% from the floor, 6 of 8 from three-point range. Whereas the Celtics that were red hot from the perimeter in the last game, it's been the Heat this game. We come from the timeout. Boston with the ball, 9:30 left to go in the second. Smart on the floor with Tatum, Pritchard, Horford, and Derek White. Out the top, it's Tatum. Tatum gives it out to the corner. Pritchard saves it. Off to Smart, floats it up. Smart banks it, count it. And the foul. Arsol, thanks so much for joining in. 46-22. We'll see what the Celtics do here. Free throw is good. Top XS, welcome to the stream. Smart's got 5, 9:10 left to go in the second. Adebayo gives it outside to Hero. Hero puts up a mid-ranger, got it. Without Rob Williams, the defense just didn't come to play today. Horford inside the paint, gives it over to Tatum. Tatum down the lane, missed it, gets the tip in though. Follows it up, they will count it, and a foul by Tatum. Another chance for a three-point play. We'll see if he gets it here at the line. Tatum with a tough shot over Bam. Nice follow. And got it. It was fall from behind committed. It was rolled on Hero. Tatum finally gets his first 2. So Tatum 10 minutes. He's only got 2. Finally got his first point of the game. Just 1 of 5 tonight. Tatum with a free throw makes it. Kyle Lowry Yeah, he's back on the floor once again. So he went towards the bench, and he is back on the floor. Or went out of this game early on, played the first 5 minutes, went to the locker room. Corner three by Tucker makes it. 7 made threes by the Heat, just 1 by the Celtics. Smart has it at the mid-block, backs his way on Lowry. Turnaround, Smart connects on it. What's good, Florida kid? Cheatown, thanks so much for joining in here. 8:10 left to go in the second. Lopsided in this game. Lowry lobs it down low to Bam. Bam looking to put up one, but he's going to move it back outside. Pass deflected, far side of the floor by Tatum, intended for Robinson. It's knocked out of bounds by Tatum. Yeah, it was 90 degrees in Boston today, and the Celtics were just not aware of the heat. The heat wave got to them throughout this first half so far. Robinson with a three, missed around the rim. A rebound pulled down by Horford. Here goes the Celtics with it. Pritchard on the outside. Pritchard, top of the key, guarded by Adebayo. Moves it out to his right to Smart. Lobs over to Horford, double team. Horford is going to draw the foul. Double team by Lowry and Robinson as the clock will stop. Saf, thanks so much for joining in. $7:44 left to go. Butler will check back into the game now for Miami. Same as Max Strus. Heat go with Hero, Butler, Strus, Tucker in. That's a corner three. Good by Boston from the outside. Needed that one. 51-31. Peyton Pritchard sinks it down. Michael, thanks so much for joining in. 7.5 left to go. Butler at the corner. Guarded by Pritchard. Butler 101. At the right baseline will go for a turnaround over Pritchard off the front rim. Nice job for the Celtics. And they couldn't come up with a rebound though. Marcus Smart had it poked loose away from his hands. Another chance for the Heat. Hero on the outside, guarded by Horford. Celtics with 7 turnovers. Heat with just 2. Boston had just 3 turnovers. In that second game, here's a deflection. The right place, right time. Butler scores, count it, and the foul. 53-31 with 7 minutes left to go. Yeah, I heard about that. That's so sad. Yeah, East Coast in a major heat wave this weekend. Zulu, thanks so much for joining in. Lorenzo, Warren, Joe, thanks so much for being a part of the stream tonight. 53-31. One shot by Butler, hits it. Whole team has stepped up and made their response by the Heat. Butler's got 6. Celtics with a possession. Horford, Tatum, Pritchard, Grant Williams, Jaylen Brown. Pritchard at the top of the key, guarded by Tucker. Pritchard passes out to his right to Brown. Brown down the lane, left hand layup, scores at the glass, up and off the backboard. Jaylen Brown's been the go-to one tonight. He's got 13, top scorer for the Celtics. Needs more help though. Kyle Lowry gonna launch a 3 off the back rim too long. Tatum comes out with a defensive rebound. Tatum pass midcourt. Joel's behind his back. Crossed up. Tucker, though, pushed off on him. That's an offensive foul by Tatum. Man, Jason Tatum's out to a terrible start in the first half. Just 2 points. Just lowers the shoulder right in on Tucker, pushing off. Pringle, welcome in. I'm up in New Hampshire with my family tonight. Nah, I'm cool with it. Welcome to the channel. 6:20 left to go in the second quarter. This game's going by fast. Tatum just 2 points in the 12, or he's got 3 points in the 12-minute span with 2 fouls. And Peyton Pritchard trips up Jimmy Butler. So that's another Celtics foul. Clock will stop again with 6:14. Yeah, I'm back at home tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow here, Alex. Heat with a 21-point lead. They get the inbound. Hero passes out to his left. Lowry up fakes, takes the three over Pritchard. Around the rim, no good. Al Horford comes up with a defensive rebound. Celtics with a possession. Brown going downhill, stripped. And a whistle blows. It's going to be charged to the Heat on a foul. Game clock will stop with 6 minutes. Marvin, thanks so much for joining in, man. Yeah, I think that's the most we've had so far in the playoffs. Yesterday's stream. Jaylen Brown will shoot 2 at the free throw line. The lone Celtic who's shown up tonight. Brown missed the first free throw, though. I think the last time I called a game up in New Hampshire with the Celtics, they were down by 20 against Golden State on a Saturday night. They came back and won last year. Second free throw is good by Brown. 54-34, 6 minutes left to go. Hero. Step back jumper left baseline. That missed off the side of the glass, and the rebound goes back to the Celtics looking to push it. Brown dishes out to the wing, Pritchard. Slides it across the court, Tatum. Corner three. Couldn't connect. Jason Tatum is stone cold. Colder than the Arctic right now in this game. 2 of 9 from 3. Lowry inside the key. Passes outside to Strus. Moves it out to his left to Hero. Around the perimeter. Hero jacks up a 3. Top of the key. Off the side of the rim. Pulled out in the corner. And out of bounds. Last touch by Strus. Tried to save it. 5:10 left to go. Celtics down by 20. We'll have the basketball. What's good, Rusty? Thanks so much for joining in. Nicola, welcome to the stream. Celtics going to get the inbounds. See if they can start to move the ball much better. They've had looks, just haven't been able to connect. Tatum at the top. Switched, guarded by Hero. Moves it out right baseline. Horford. And his pass gets intercepted. Terrible pass. Stolen away by Lowry. Out to the corner. Hero wide open 3. Off the rim short. Gets his own rebound. Baseline jumper. Hero again short. Tipped off the backboard. Offensive rebound again. Tucker. Wide open 3 straight away. And we got a foul before that. So the clock will stop with 4:41. And the foul is charged to the Heat. And Boston is in the bonus, so this will send Jaylen Brown to the free throw line. Two shots by Brown. First one he knocks down. The only player that's shown up here in the first half for the Celtics. Boston just not pushing the ball like they did in the last game. Second shot by Brown, missed off the rim short. Rebound controlled by Miami. Raymond, thanks so much for joining in. Pastor, welcome to the stream. Heat with the ball around the perimeter. Strus. Bounce pass off to Tucker. Dribbles towards his left and the outside now. Takes it back to the left corner. Shoots the 3 over Horford. Missed around the rim. The Heat start to miss shots. Celtics looking to see if they can get into this game, but buckets hard to come by. Boston tried to drive. Nothing there. Off to Tatum. It's a turnover. It's going to be called on Al Horford. Let's see. Al Horford, illegal screen. Called on the offensive foul. 4:10 left to go before half. I think once Tatum makes a big shot, could send energy through this building. Hasn't happened just yet. Final 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Towards the left of the screen, a three off the rim, short miss by Strus. Offensive rebound, Tucker. Celtics getting crushed on the glass. And then Tucker gets pushed from behind by Jaylen Brown. The foul committed by Brown. Clock will stop with 3:53. The Heat will get the inbound. Strus, Tucker, Adebayo, Butler, Lowry. That's the five on the floor currently. Celtics shooting the ball 22% from three in this first half. They only got 7 total assists. That number's usually been up to around 16 to 18 in the first half. Turnaround is good by Miami. That's 2 more. 56-35. Celtics missed a shot at the rim. Adebayo comes up with a defensive rebound. He's been massive. 12.6 rebounds. Off to a cutter. Bam. Open. Throws it down. Two-handed flush. He's got 14. Heat plus 5 in the glass. 22, 17 points in the paint. It's been a big difference maker. 28-10 for the Heat. 3 minutes left to go before halftime. Celtics cold. They cannot defend the paint either. Outside of Horford. 3-point shot straight away. Missed around the rim. Butler. Defensive rebounds. Lowry gives it over to Strus. Lobs it over to Adebayo. Adebayo powers his way down low. Hook shot over Jaylen Brown. Scores. Bam Adebayo responding to the media in game number 3 of the series. 16 points all in the first half by Bam. Tatum with just 3 in this first half. Brown at the wing, guarded by Tucker. Spin move, Brown takes into the key, dumps it over to Grant. Williams couldn't finish. Got fouled, though. That should have been 2. Grant's playing through pain right now. He's holding his groin area, I think, right now by Grant. Bam Adebayo on another level tonight in this game. Responding for his first monster game in the series. Back 2 years ago in the bubble, he was putting up 22 and 11 against the Celtics team. They had no answer. He's become aggressive, and he's torching Boston right now. They found something. Robinson played a little bit earlier on. He got some minutes. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, as we're on the timeout currently here. .235 left to go before halftime. All this waiting for a big game 3, and happens to be in Boston, and Boston with no response. Jay Ramirez with a dono. Let's get that dono hype out on the stream. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, the assist number is only at 7 right now for the Celtics. That number usually is around like 16 to 18 at halftime. DoorDash Monster, thanks so much for joining in. Today was like 90 degrees over here, so the Heat got to Boston. Celtics lost Game 3 against the Bucks. They came back in the series and they won in 7. Still a second half to be played. Yesterday's game was crazy. 72-58 at halftime. Dallas, they led by 19 and they lost. That could become a quick series, though, with Golden State-Dallas. Golden State has all the answers right now for the Mavs, and the Mavs don't have any answers to defend the perimeter. Or the Mavs don't have any answers to defend the interior on Golden State. That just hurts Dallas because Dallas made 21 threes yesterday and they could not win. That's just tough. You make 21 threes, shoot the ball like 40+% from three-point range, 95% of the time, that's a win. It's been bad display of basketball. Jason Tatum's going to have a monster second half to come alive. They want to have any chance of coming back in this game. Down by 25. Heat lead by 25 in the first half. This has been a series of 25. Miami outscored the Celtics by 25 in the third, game 1. Celtics outscored the Heat by 25 in the first half in game 2. Celtics forgot to bring the energy today without Rob Williams. They've struggled with their interior defense and no answers to stop Bam Adebayo in the low post in this first half. Black Pen, Red Pen, thanks so much for joining in once again, man. Hope all is going well. Randy, welcome back on the stream. Resty, Ralph, thanks so much for joining in. We come back from the timeouts. Grant Williams will head to the free throw line, shoot 2 shots. 2:16 left to go in the second. Both of the free throws good by Grant Williams. 23-point game. Miami shooting the ball 54% from the floor. They were 63% in the first quarter. Celtics just 37% currently. Boston getting to the free throw line quite a bit, though, where they're 13 of 17. Missed shot at the rim by Butler. Rebound goes back to the Celtics. Brown gives it outside to Grant Williams. Puts the ball into the hands of Jaylen Brown. Passes down low, deflected by Tucker, intercepted by Butler. 11 turnover the game by Boston in the first half. Down low to the rim, it's Butler for 2 more. 62-37. 30 points in the paint in the first half for Miami. That's now 16 points off of Celtics turnovers. 9 steals by the Heat as well. Boston struggling to take care of this basketball. Tatum swings it into the hands to Horford. Horford dribbles, attacks down the lane, gets the layup. That's good. Count it. And the foul committed by Tucker. 62-39. Finally, somebody can make an open layup. Cinema Essence, thanks so much for joining in. Big bucket by Al Horford. 23-point game. Victoria, thanks so much for joining in. 1:30 left to go before half. Celtics going to see if they can start to put together a run to get them some momentum here heading into halftime. Horford makes the free throw. Yeah, I saw that up in northern New Hampshire, Maine, like below Canada, they got severe thunderstorms. They were in a tornado warning all the way up, I think, in like Jackman, Maine, like an hour ago. Missed a layup, too high off the glass by Miami. Outlet pass off to Tatum, looking for his 5th point of the game. He does, gets the layup by Tatum. 20-point game now. We'll see if Jason Tatum can start to get rolling in the second half. That's a momentum builder into him, though. Makes his second shot of the game. Final minute left to go. Adebayo, defended by Grant Williams, dumps it down low. Butler around the rim, miss. Nice contest by Horford. Celtics come up with a basketball, trying to make things interesting. Here comes Boston. Smart swings it down low. Horford over. Max Strus scores up and in off the backboard. 18-point game. 7-zip run by the Celtics. 40 seconds left to go. Miami with a possession. Butler, defended by Smart, dribbles up inside the key. Butler, pro hop, passes back outside, deflected. Adebayo has it in his hands. Gives it outside to Tucker. Handoff, lost it. Out of bounds, deflected last by Brown, though. It's going to stay Heat ball with 5 in the shot clock. 26.7 seconds left to play. Second quarter. Miss Boozhound, welcome back in. Thanks so much for joining in. Inbound coming up for the Heat. Yeah, it's been basically blowouts here lately in the conference finals game. Yesterday, it was the closest one between Golden State and Dallas. That's a missed jumper to baseline by Gabe Vincent. Look what happens when Boston starts to push the ball. Tatum stripped. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Strus. Boston starting to play with urgency. And now we see a difference. The Celtics on a run. Yeah, things going pretty well. Welcome back in, Miss Boozehound, onto the stream. 16 seconds left to play. Celtics will get the inbound. Shot clock is turned off. Max Strus checks out of the game. Caleb Martin back into the game. Here's the Celtics with the inbound. Out to the wing it goes to Smart. Final possession left to go before halftime. Smart top of the key, guarded by Vincent. 10 seconds left to go. Smart has it at the right wing, guarded by Tucker. 5 seconds. Smart dribbles, attacks, kick to the corner. Tatum slides to his left, shoots the three. Makes the three. That's good by Jason Tatum. Huge three with .2 left to go before halftime. Celtics with a steal off the inbound. Couldn't get a shot off in time, though. And we go into halftime. It's a 15-point lead in the Boston Celtics, going a run of their own. A 10-zip run to put this game winning 15 at the half. Far from over. They start to play with a sense of urgency and to push the basketball. And finally, Jason Tatum makes a three right before the buzzer going into halftime. Tatum looking to pop off in the second half and compliment Jaylen Brown. If that happens, we're going to have a game go right to the very end, potentially overtime tonight between these two teams. 62-47 as we enter half. If you guys are new in the channel, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. What a start to this game so far. Celtics were getting dismantled. It was TKO in the first quarter. They got totally knocked out and couldn't get back up. 39-18 Miami in the first quarter. Boston took the second quarter 29-23. Largest lead at one point. The Heat led as many as 26 at one point in this game. The Celtics choked in a 26-point lead back on January the 6th when they lost against the Knicks. And that resulted in their team being at the time 11th place in the Eastern Conference, 18-21, and then after that, the rest is history. Ime Udoka just touched into this team with something, and all the players bought into it, and that propelled a big winning streak for the Celtics, and the rest is history after that one, finishing 51-31. Bam Adebayo, difference maker for the Heat in that first half. Miami started off strong. 63% in the first quarter for the Heat. They're now +3 in the glass, 24-21. At one point in this game, the Heat were +8 on the glass, so the Celtics started to take the rebounds lately. Boston with 11 total turnovers, though, a problem spot. This led to 16 points off a turnover scored by the Heat in that first half. Celtics really got to start taking care of the basketball in a much better clip. The Heat with just 3 turnovers. Big difference in that game, too. Also turnover problems. For the Heat, that was. The Celtics only had 3 turnovers in the half in Game 2, and Boston was ripping through the threes. They were unstoppable from 3. They made 9 threes in a row at one point in that second game of the series. Tonight, though, they missed 9 threes. They made just 3. 3 of 12 from the perimeter. 25%. Jason Tatum with a big 3. He's up to 8. Top scorers, Jaylen Brown with 15. 12 by Horford, 8 rebounds. Tatum's got 8. Need more to step up. Marcus Smart looking to step up too. He scored 7 points with 3 assists in the first half. Grant Williams only has 2. Peyton Pritchard's got 3. Derek White, nothing from the floor, no points. Daniel Tice, nothing as well. Celtics have played 8 players. Heat have played much more. They've gone through 10 players so far for Miami. 9 of those players have scored. 16 by Bam Adebayo with 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. 8 of 12 shooting. Max Strus has got 8 points along with P.J. Tucker, Jimmy Butler, and Caleb Martin all with 8. That's not a good sign for the Celtics when Caleb Martin's made 8 in the first half. Yeah, I was shocked about that with Chris Holtmann getting an extension at Ohio State. I thought he was going to be on the hot seat because they usually make it to the tournament, but they don't make it that far into the tournament. Usually like the first and second round. They struggle to make it to the second weekend, so I was shocked that he got an extension. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Roller coaster of a first half. Now Boston with the momentum, just trying to get right back into it. Gonna release that poll result right now. It's 56-44 Heat for the poll result. Yeah, we might bring on some guests here at halftime for you guys. So we might have some special guests here at halftime for you guys in a little bit too. If Boston starts to make their threes, they're going to be able to come back into this game just 3 of 12 from three-point range. This game is far from over considering what we've seen from comebacks this season. Indiana's probably going to get around a 4 or 5 most likely, if I predict. Yeah, they shouldn't be an 11 seed. Ooh, sorry to hear that there, Ralph. Yeah, I was able to have enough gigs on my hotspot today to cover this one. Yeah, we got a nice supporter here on the channel that we got. This is my tortoise. His name is Mr. Top, so I'll show you guys the tortoise here. This is not a good start for the Celtics. They were slow. This little guy, very slow, moves at a slow tempo, but he's a great contributor to the family. Great tortoise. And he's going to live to a long, long age. These guys live to like past 100 years old. So welcome in. Here's Mr. Tops onto the stream. There he is. Hold him up to the camera. And there's the little guy for you guys. So he's making his debut of the playoffs right now for Mr. Tops. And hopefully he'll be moving faster, a little bit more in turbo than what he had been moving throughout the day. Hopefully the Celtics as well. So there we go. Wave to the camera. So yeah, he did his little wave for the camera. We also have another turtle back at our house. His name is Spike that we have. That's a painted turtle that we have. Yeah, yesterday Golden State came back and beat Dallas, and Golden State was down by 14 at halftime. It was 72-58 at halftime. Yeah, Mr. Tops had a slow motor this morning, so maybe the Celtics can start to get the energy, and we've seen it lately with them last couple minutes before halftime, pushing the tempo and starting to increase that motor. And hopefully we see it on both ends today. Classic comment there by Uncle Pizzle. The Wake Up on the stream, welcome in. Around 400 on the channel. Thanks so much all for joining in right now at halftime. Tomorrow night, I hope to be back covering Golden State against Dallas once again tomorrow night. That will tip off, I believe, around 9 o'clock. Yeah, Celtics got on a big run to close things out. Right now on a 10-0 run. Tatum with a huge 3. That's massive. Tatum with his biggest shot before the half right there with the corner 3. Yeah, there's actually a Tops the Tortoise channel. Yeah, we created one a couple years ago, but I don't think it got any content on it just yet. Yeah, we have a video from a few years ago about Tops Motors going around my kitchen, and he was wearing a sticky tag that said Tops Motors with number 14 on it. Yeah, I think ACC is going to have a better season. Probably go for either 5 or 6 in the tournament this year. Yep. So Vegas saw it. Tops the tortoise on my for the channels that are like featured and subscribed to. Randy needs a pet. Yeah, we take care of the neighbor's dog quite a bit. He's a golden retriever. He's like a handful. Golden retrievers you really have to take care of because they like love to play. They need a lot of like playtime. That's a dog that needs to like have a social partner throughout life and like have that person be there constantly for the dog. Whereas like the golden retriever that we have, he's having like quite a difficult time for him that we take care of. That's the neighbor's dog because the neighbor works like a lot of hours and the retriever constantly like gets locked up in a crate. And he has like an early night too for that dog. That poor dog goes to bed at like around like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night usually. And he spends most of his day in his crate, sadly. But when he's over, he's so happy. And he tries his best too. Even though he does bite to get attention quite a bit. Yeah, I'll have to, because I've been covering a lot of the NBA games. I haven't even been paying attention to, like, the transfer portal and stuff like that, because there's been so many, like, transfers going on right now. I think the Big 12 represented, like, the Big 12 has constantly represented teams now in the national championship that I wouldn't be shocked if Texas Tech gets back and plays in the championship coming up. When in maybe like this season, once again, like as like a sleeper team to make the championship because they've got some big pickups in the offseason. They did lose quite a bit of players in the portal, but they were like they made it to the Elite Eight this past season and they stocked up on the transfer portal, but lost a bunch of players. I feel like there's probably going to be somebody representing the Big 12 once again that will make the championship. Yeah, it's this house is all like wooden that we have. A lot of knotty pine up here in New Hampshire. Yeah, a lot of the houses, because I'm on vacation up in New Hampshire. A lot of the houses up here, when you get like further north, New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, a lot of them have metal roofing up here because it snows so much. This is like close to the lake in New Hampshire where they have like lake effect snow during the winter that it will like snow like 25, 30 inches. Like that's normal in like December, January, February in New Hampshire. Like it's normal to have like 6 to 8 feet on the ground of snow at one point during the winter up here, that a lot of houses have like metal roofing, whereas I'm further south in Massachusetts, closer to Rhode Island, where there's not like many metal roofs there, and we only get like around like a foot to like a foot and a half usually for like a big snowstorm. What's good, Jose? Welcome to the stream here. Kevin, thanks so much for joining in. Yeah, I think Oklahoma State probably going to make the tournament. Yeah, I consider them like a sleeper type of team for Oklahoma State. Maybe like a team working from the back past couple of seasons, like a Kansas State. Could like maybe sneak in. I haven't looked at their roster yet for this season. TCU is going to be really good. It's probably going to be Mike Miles, I think, for TCU. Yeah, they might actually be the team that, like, goes far in the bracket, considering. Because the Big 12 always gets represented, whether it's the Final Four or the National Championship constantly. TCU might actually be that team that makes it there, because they bring, basically, I think, everybody back. And they have that big guy, Eddie Lampkin, who's like 6'11", 300 pounds. They were the best offensive rebounding team last year. What's good, Seagull? Thanks so much for joining in again. Wow, Providence going to play Miami to open up the season. It's going to be a great game there. I know if Robin's on the channel, she'd be excited for that game. Probably Michigan and Indiana this year from the Big Ten. Yeah, I think those are the two that's going to be at the top. Indiana brings back Trace Jackson Davis. Enyo City, welcome back on the stream. Going to start off the third quarter in just a moment. Boston just 3 of 12 from the perimeter. Paint points was a huge factor. Heat crushed the Celtics in paint points. Trying to see if I can get up that paint points tally. Let's see what we got. We got for paint points in the first half, 34-16 in favor of the Heat. All right, so it's going to be Miami inbound to start, right to left in the floor for the Heat. Up by 15. Kyle Lowry. Victor Oladipo is playing for the first time tonight. Bam Adebayo, Max Strus, and PJ Tucker. That's the 5 on the floor to start off for the Heat. Celtics go with Tatum, Grant Williams, Marcus Smart, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown. That 3 missed off the rim short by Oladipo. Battle for the rebound in the corner. Al Horford rips it away from PJ Tucker. And this will end up being Celtics basketball. Tucker with a... 1 second. Are they going to put it back on Miami's side? 17 seconds through. Oh, they're... Okay, it's going to be jump ball. So it will be jump ball. Tie up between Tucker and Horford. This will be jump ball at the Heat free throw circle. Wow. Jimmy Butler's out rest of the game. Thanks so much for the update there, Vegas. That's massive. Just going to go to Twitter on that. 1 sec. Jump ball controlled by the Heat, knocked out of bounds by the Celtics. Shams Charania, 1 minute ago, reporting Miami's Jimmy Butler out for the remainder of Game 3, knee inflammation. That's a huge loss. Jumper missed by Adebayo off the back rim. Celtics come up with a defensive rebound. Boston with a possession, top of the key at Smart. Smart guarded by Lowry. Moves it out to his right to Brown. Brown attacks the rim, puts it up in. Jaylen Brown scores. That's good for 2. Great start for Boston in the third. Getting right to the rim for JB. Top of the key with Lowry. Lowry dribbles up top of the free throw circle. Takes the deep 2 jumper. Missed off the front rim. Tipped up. Crashing the glass for the Celtics here to start off the second half. It's Grant Williams with a defensive rebound. Outside of Grant. Shoots the 3 straight away. No good. Had a great look around the rim. Offensive rebound. Tatum. Huge collision though underneath between Smart and Lowry. And Smart is down. And Smart is hurt. Smart is injured right now. Oof. Devastating. Fully healthy Celtics team can win the chip. And Marcus Smart is injured again. As we're going to take a timeout on the floor. 62-49. We'll see if the Celtics can rally around this. Smart fell down hard. It looked like on the shoulder area for Smart. Underneath the hoop trying to go up for that rebound. Fell down just hard on his shoulder. Devastating. Whole arena's just gone silent as we're right now on a media timeout. Took a terrible fall going up for the rebound. Jimmy Butler will not return to Game 3 due to right knee inflammation. Yeah, I got you there, Jose. Best of luck there. Hanging out with your nephews, going go-karting. Just waiting to get back in this game right now. We start off the third quarter. This is the third now. Jaylen Brown with a great layup, and then early into the third, Marcus Smart just went down as we're just waiting to see what's going to go on here. Robin, thanks so much for joining in. Glad to have you back at the channel. It's just devastating. As we await the status for Marcus Smart coming back from an injury timeout. We see the replay. Smart going up for the rebound, battling for it between him and Kyle Lowry. Lands on top of Kyle Lowry and hits the deck hard. Oh, that's the ankle. Yeah, he rolled over on his shoulder, but he is holding his lower right ankle for Marcus Smart, and he went to the locker room, had to get helped out off the floor for Marcus Smart, having trouble putting weight on that right ankle. Marcus Smart, trouble putting weight on that right ankle, and just came back from injury with a foot injury by Smart and missed the first game of the series. Tucker, mid-range, off the front rim. Tatum, big rebound comes up with 10:40 left to go in the third. We get back into action. Celtics looking to add to it. Top of the key three, missed rim short by Tatum, has yet to get going in this game tonight. Tatum with just 6 tonight so far. 10.5 in the third. Lowry shoots a three himself, hits it. 65-49. Difference maker between who can make the threes and who can't. Celtics cannot tonight in this game 3. Kyle Lowry, 13 minutes, 8 points scored. 3 of 6 from the floor. Pritchard, defended by Strus, hands it off to Jaylen Brown. Brown attacks right to the rim. Jaylen Brown goes downhill, scores up and then off the backboard. He's the lone Celtic who's showing up in a great way tonight for JB. 10:06 left to go in the third. Jaylen Brown's got 19, the one keeping the Celtics in this game. We'll see if Boston can start to rally here. But the Heat as well, without Butler. Both of these teams trying to put together something without one of their key players. Top player for the Heat. And the toughest player, the defensive player of the year for the Celtics. Adebayo down the lane, gets the bucket. 67-51. Bam's got 18. Celtics turn it over. Without Smart, ball handling duties more so on Jason Tatum. Tatum not back to defend. Comes up with a rebound. Lucky break they catch for the Celtics. PJ Tucker just missed a wide open corner three. Pritchard swings it outside of Brown. Brown dribbles, drives in the key, and turns it over. A lot on the plate for Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum as Adebayo takes it coast to coast and gets the layup. That's 2 more points off of turnovers And Jason Tatum now, the main ball handler without Marcus Smart. Big problem, the turnovers tonight for the Celtics. 13, just 3 by the Heat. Tatum moves out to his right to Horford. Shoots the 3. Horford connects on it. Al Horford been great from downtown. 9 minutes left to go in the third. 15-point game. Horford with 15. Lowry swings it out right corner. Handoff back to Lowry from Tucker. Kyle Lowry missed off the back rim. Tatum defensive rebound. 2 players out of the break here. Brown will take it up the floor. Gives it outside to Tatum. Tatum passes right corner. Grant Williams bobbled it. Gets it back though. Lucky for him. Didn't turn it over. Horford back outside of Brown. Brown with 8 on the shot clock. 8.5 left to go. Jaylen Brown moves it out to the top. Horford passes down low. Tatum gets fouled by Adebayo. And Jason Tatum will shoot 2 at the free throw line. Clock will stop with 8:19. Nice pass down low from Horford to Tatum. Al Horford's been great as well. Smart left the game due to a lower right ankle injury. Looked pretty bad. He couldn't put weight on the right ankle. First free throw good by Tatum. Second shot by Tatum, missed it. Celtics have missed quite a bit of free throws tonight. They've been to the line a lot. They're 15 of 20. Butler that's going to be Adebayo, has it the left elbow. Butler will not return into the game tonight for Miami. 8 minutes left to go in the third. Lowry looking for a turnaround. Bounce pass down low, block Tucker. Working on Horford, gives it back outside to Strus. Straightaway 3, off the front rim short. Rebound goes to Tatum. Here goes Tatum past midcourt. Tatum, kick out to the wing. Brown, no look pass Horford outside Pritchard. Pritchard passes out to Horford at the top. Over to Pritchard around the perimeter. Heat's not giving them a lot of space though. Celtics have it right corner. Grant Williams stays in bounds. 8 on the shot clock, sends it off to Horford. Horford working one-on-one on Strus. Backs his way 4 on the shot clock. Horford down low, puts it up and missed off the back rim. Grant Williams tips it over to Pritchard, and another foul picked up by Miami on the over the back. Clock will stop with 7:31. Positive sign for the Celtics is that they're starting to put the Heat into foul trouble right now. Boston's starting to hustle on the glass. And that's on PJ Tucker. Going to bring up the foul numbers right now. Personal foul numbers at the moment, 2 each by Adebayo, Strus, Dedmon, and Robinson at this moment. Tucker just picked up his first, and Boston will connect on the jumper. Makes it a 12-point game. This is as close as I've ever been in quite a while. Tatum, Brown, Pritchard, Grant Williams, Al Horford, 5 on the floor. That 12-point deficit short-lived, though. 3 at the wing is good by Kyle Lowry. 72-57, back to 15. Wow, Marcus Smart jogging it off. He's underneath the tunnel right now next to the locker room, and Marcus Smart is going to jog it off, and he will head back to the bench area. Tough shoulder, Smart, as he's going to head back into the arena towards the bench area, getting a standing ovation by the Celtics fans. Marcus Smart's going to come back in. Right past the Celtics fan section to the bench area in the front row. Boston gets the inbound. Smart's okay and should be checking back into this game rather shortly. Brown driving inside the lane. Nice dump off to Al Horford. Got stripped and fouled. The clock will stop with 6:52. And Boston once again will head to the charity stripe. Al Horford will shoot 2 free throws. So Marcus Smart now on the bench area for the Celtics. First shot is good by Horford, and now Smart checks into the game. Jimmy Butler will not return tonight in game number 3 due to right knee inflammation, if you're just joining us. Looked like a pretty bad injury, but a tough soldier by the heart and soul of this team, Marcus Smart, to check right back into this game. Takes the pressure off of Jason Tatum to bring it up the floor. Second free throw by Horford. Horford's been the hot hand Like to see him get some more touches. Second free throw is good. 72-59. 6:45 left to go in the third. Heat will bring it up the floor. Lowry, Tucker, Adebayo, Oladipo, and Max Strus. That's the 5 on the floor currently for the Celtics. Marcus Smart is back into the game, everybody. Adebayo hands it off to Lowry. Swings it over to Adebayo into the key. Kick out right corner. 3 in the air. Tucker. That's an air ball. Knocked out of bounds. Off of Jaylen Brown as the shot clock went down. It's going to be interesting to see whose possession this will be. And it's Boston ball. Shot clock violation first before the ball got knocked out of bounds by Brown. Turnover by the Heat. Celtics with 6:20 left to go. Brown, Tatum, Smart. Horford and Grant Williams. Smart gives it across the court into the hands to Horford. Horford passes back outside to Tatum. Tatum guarded by Tucker. 6 in the shot clock. 6:10 left to go. Gives it out left corner. Smart. Up fake. Takes the 3 left corner. Oh, he's back. Hits it. Marcus Smart with a huge 3. It's as close as it's ever been in a long time. 10-point game. Welcome back, Marcus Smart. Timeout taken on the floor by Miami. 6:04 left to go. The tough soldier, the heart and soul of the Boston Celtics, Marcus Smart, heads back into the game after going down around 5 minutes ago. In the game, around the 11-minute mark, comes back in the 6:30 mark and drills the 3. Timeout taken on the floor. They were down by 26. They've cut it to 10 for Boston. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much all for joining in. Celtics have signs of life here right now. Anything could happen. That's the NBA for you. Anything can happen. We've seen crazy stuff happen this season in the playoffs. We've seen the Memphis Grizzlies come back from 26-25 down in the first round in one single game in the first and third quarters to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves after 2 massive comebacks. We saw yesterday Dallas up by 19, making 15 threes in the first half and losing against Golden State yesterday. It's been crazy what we've seen in these playoff games. Thanks so much, Black Pen, Red Pen. Appreciate you guys, the legends in the stream. Cinema Essence, thanks so much for joining in. If you guys are a first-timer, feel free to hit us up in the chat. Who you guys got in this game tonight? Celtics or Heat? What a great one. Daryl, welcome in from the Philippines. Let us know out on the stream where you guys are from, too. Got a lot of supporters. Great supporters out in the Philippines, Bahamas, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago. A lot of great countries right here watching this channel. You guys, the legends. Marcus Smart. So tough. Comes back into the game after going down with around 11 minutes left to go. Checks back into the game with 6:30 left to play and puts his imprint just like that on this game. From France, welcome in Mr. Salute. Chris, thanks so much for joining in. Miss Boosound out in San Diego. Quite a bit of followers out in San Diego. We got, I know Jay Ramirez is out in San Diego too. Angela, thanks so much for joining in. Saturday night in Boston. Celtics down as many by 26 points. And if they hit their threes, they're going to take this lead. All that, if they start to hit their threes, things will change because they've been playing much better defense than the start of this game. In the first quarter, they allowed the Heat to shoot the ball 63% from the floor. That number dropped to around 53% at halftime. And just going to take a quick check on where that's now midway through the third for Miami. For their shooting numbers at the moment. That's at 47.6%. So it keeps on shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. The Celtics adjusting and getting better defensively. Turnovers been crushing the Celtics, though. They're going to have to take much care of the basketball. Better care of it. What's good, Will Smith? Welcome back in. Marcello. Tom, thanks so much all for joining in again. Here we go, coming from the timeout. It's only a 10-point game, as close as it's ever been in a long time since the early first. Tyler Hero, top of the key. Hero, Lowry, Oladipo, Tucker, and Adebayo. That's the five on the floor to start off. 5:40 left to go in the third now for the Heat. Desperation three, missed off the back rim by Hero, used the whole shot clock. Celtics come up with a defensive rebound. Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Grant Williams. That's the five on the floor. Terrible turnover by the Celtics. And the Heat will get the ball back with 5:30 left to play. That was a bad turnover. Sailed all the way to the backcourt. Yeah, Jimmy Butler is out with knee inflammation. 5:20 remaining in the third. Top of the key, Hero moves it out to his left to Lowry. Lowry guarded by Tatum. Lowry at the top now. Drives on Horford at the right elbow. Takes a tough jumper. Hits it. That's a nice jump shot right there by Kyle Lowry over Horford. Great contest by Horford. Just an even better jumper. 5 minutes left to go. Christopher. I3 Lack, welcome to the stream. Joski, Jay Eden, welcome back in. To the corner, the Celtics again turned it over. Back-to-back turnovers. That's a problem spot. Gotta take care of the basketball. No reason why you should be turning over 15 times in this game. We've still got 4.5 left to go. Adebayo back out to the perimeter. Gives it over to Lowry. Just 4 turnovers by the Heat tonight. 3 by Lowry. Back rim, no good. Grant Williams, defensive rebound. Over to Jaylen Brown, pass midcourt. Brown, crossover, has space, gives it out to the corner. Horford with a 3. Horford shoots it through the chute. That's good, baby. It's a single-digit game. 74-65. 20 points by Big Al Horford, making 3 threes out of 4 attempts from the perimeter. 4:10 left to go. Ride number 42 in this matchup. Al Horford gave you 30. In the last series against the Bucks, he is capable of doing this on a Saturday night. Hero missed the jumper. Offensive rebound. Putback is good by Adebayo. Count it and a foul. Bam Adebayo shooting 1 at the free throw line with 4:01 left to go. Bam Adebayo just been massive in this game, and that is on, I believe it's on Tatum. Tatum was battling for the rebound. Tonio, thanks so much for joining in. Eulalio, welcome to the stream. Welcome in from Davao City out in the Philippines. Bam with 22 tonight. He's going to shoot 1 at the free throw line. Chris, thanks so much for joining in from the Philippines. Free throw is good. 12-point lead for the Heat. Nick, welcome back in from Jamaica. Donna, welcome in. Under 4 minutes left to play. Celtics with a possession. Jaylen Brown. Top of the key. Brown guarded by Hero. Crossover. Takes it into the key. Brown. Mid-range. Banks it. Open up the bank for Jaylen Brown. Having a stellar night tonight. 10-point game with 3.5 left to go in the third. Jaylen Brown's got himself 23. The top scorer for the Celtics. Horford with 20. Adebayo around the perimeter. Only if Tatum can start to get going. Here's a jumper, 18-footer straight away. Hero missed off the back rim. Rebound controlled in the corner by Horford. Horford will take it past midcourt into the hands to Smart. Smart bounce pass. Horford missed the mark on the pass. Lucky that Hero kicked it out of bounds. 3:16 remaining in the third. Also, quick update here. Celtics also in the bonus as well. 10-point game. Boston will get the inbound. Jay Bood, thanks so much for joining in. Tatum has the ball towards the left of the perimeter, guarded by Gabe Vincent 101. We'll see if Tatum hunts it here. Swings it across the court, Smart. Touch pass, right corner, Horford. Gives it outside to Smart. 5 in the shot clock. Bounce pass, Horford. Mid-range, no good. Offensive rebound, Grant Williams. Puts into the hands of Jaylen Brown. Had it stripped. Stolen away by PJ Tucker. Far side of the floor. Lost control of basketball. That's a turnover. Jason Tatum right there to defend PJ Tucker. And that's a turnover by Tucker right past midcourt. It's going to be Boston basketball with 2:56 left to go. Celtics get the inbound. Smart, Grant Williams, Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford. And Tatum lost it into the key. Turnover once again, Boston, with Boston reaching in at midcourt. Whenever the Celtics have momentum, Boston commits a terrible turnover. 16 turnovers. There's no reason for that tonight. It's the Eastern Conference Finals. Heat get the inbound. 2:40 left to go in the third. Oladipo, mid-range, gutted a fall. Count it. And the foul over Grant Williams. Whenever the Celtics try to come back, the Heat just right there to shut the door. Whenever the Celtics look like they're coming back, they make a terrible turnover. 16 Boston turnovers. That's actually 17. It just updated. So 17 as it just updated. 17 Boston turnovers, so even worse. Resulting in 22 Heat points off of those turnovers. Free throw is good, 13-point lead, and Tatum's only got 9. Jason Tatum is still stuck in single digits at 9 points right now. 2.5 left to go. Tatum needs to come out in the fourth quarter. Turnovers are split between everybody, basically, for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown scored the most. He's turned it over the most, though. 5 turnovers for Jaylen Brown. 4 turnovers by Smart. 3 each by Tatum and Horford. And then 2 by Tice for turnovers. .220 remaining. Tatum gets the ball. Kicks it out to the wing. Into the hands to Horford. Horford turns the corner. Swings it outside to Brown. Brown jacks up the 3. Oh, he hits it. Jaylen Brown up to 26 in the game. Puts the Celtics winning 10. If only Jason Tatum could step up. This will be a much, much closer game right now. Final 2 minutes in the third. 26 by Jaylen Brown. 20 by Horford. Oladipo. Oh, pushes off on Smart, no call. Referees say play on. Hero jumper hits it at the free throw circle. That's a big no call by Victor Oladipo. Got the benefit. 6 points by Tyler Hero now. Top of the key, Smart. Defended by Vincent. Moves it out to the right corner. Tatum with a 3. Oh, he can't hit it. Jason Tatum missed the 3 wide open at the right corner. Off the catch and fire. Hero. Has it, dribbles, drives, down the lane, swings it out left corner, open 3. Tucker as Tatum was late to close out. 15-point lead by the Heat. 1:15 remaining in the third. Celtics doubled and the kick to the corner went to perfection by the Heat. Dump off to Tatum. Tatum fumbles the ball and slips. Lucky it was tipped out of bounds first by the Heat. Clock will stop with 1:07. Jason Tatum needs to start getting his head into the game right now as PJ Tucker is in his mind all game long. Hey, thanks so much, Jay Boot. Appreciate it, man. 600 on the stream plus. Let's go. If you guys are new, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, everybody. 1:07 left to go in the third quarter. Celtics looking to cut into it. Tatum, the inbound passer, underneath his hoop. He's got Jaylen Brown, Grant Williams, Marcus Smart, Al Horford. They played the majority of this third quarter. Haven't seen Derek White at all check into the game in this third. Tatum moves on top. Smart. His pass kicked by Oladipo. Kick ball violation. Clock will stop with 1:06. Leo, Arcel, Joey, Don, Ringo, thanks so much for joining in. Smart, far side of the floor, will inbound it. Smart gives over to Brown. Back outside to Smart. Smart dribbles, attacks the paint, moves it outside to Horford. Touch pass the wing. Brown shoots the 3 off the rim. No good. Offensive rebound. Smart. Put back is good. Up and in off the backboard by Marcus Smart. 85-72. Final minute left to go in the third. Meredith, thanks so much for joining in. 12 points by Smart now. Top of the key, it's Hero. Hero gets around Smart. Dribbles, attack, circles around the paint. Kick out right corner. 3 in the air. Martin missed off the back rim. Grant Williams defensive rebound. 35 seconds left to go in the third. Brown brings up the floor. Spin move into the key. Brown stumbles. Brown gets tied up. Brown, did he lose it or no? He got tied up, I believe. Yes, he did. He got tied up. Clock will stop with 31.6. Jump ball on the floor for Boston and Miami here at the Celtics free throw circle. The Heat just getting into the Celtics driving lanes today and stealing it constantly. That was Victor Oladipo who forced the tie-up. Jorel Clarkis, thanks so much for joining in from the Philippines. Jump ball between Brown and Oladipo, 31.6 left to go. Jump ball tipped up. Brown controls it. His pass deflected, intercepted by Caleb Martin, and knocked out of bounds by Tatum. It's going to stay Heat ball. Heat will get the inbound with 27 seconds. Celtics getting out-hustled all game long. I'm up in New Hampshire tonight. Welcome in Moses in the stream. Marcos, thanks so much for joining in. Victor Oladipo will check out of the game now. 15 steals by the Heat. That's just devastating by the Celtics. 18 turnovers by Boston. You never see that number. 15 steals. 23 points off of turnovers. Boston just losing the handles constantly. Hero drives, attacks the paint, pro hop. Right block jumper, gut it. That's a massive shot by Tyler Hero. Terrible for the Celtics defense here. Gives the Heat the advantage going into the 4-3. And rattled out, missed by Brown. And we close out the end of 3. It's a 15-point Heat lead. Heat keep on shutting the door in Boston. Boston, whenever they get burst of momentum, they fumble and jumble and flip and flop and lose the ball. Lose the handles constantly. Heat's defense swarming tonight. 12 more minutes of basketball action. Down by 15 for the Celtics. Gonna have to come out and play perfect basketball to win this game for Boston now, because it's down to the final 12 minutes. That means 0 turnovers in the fourth quarter. They want to have any chance. 18 turnovers by Boston through 3 quarters. You never see that. You don't see that. You don't hear the number in the NBA that much. 15 steals through 3 quarters. And the Heat responding tonight in a big way. Bam Adebayo, he set the tone in this game. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Alton, where Jay Boo's brother's from. Yeah, we're not too far away from there. That's awesome. So Half Moon Lake. Yeah, we're around like 20 minutes away, actually, from Alton, where we are. Jason Tatum's got himself just 9 points tonight. Jaylen Brown and Al Horford, the only 2 that's shown up for Boston. Clarkus TV, watching with the Ballmore family. Thanks so much for joining in. Tatum's been terrible tonight. Tatum with 9 points, 3 of 12 shooting in a 31-minute span. Jaylen Brown, 26, 20 points by Al Horford, the 2 that's keeping the Celtics in this game. Marcus Smart's got 12. For the Heat, top scorer, Bam Adebayo, 23. Responding in a big way, especially in the early first half. 11 points each by P.J. Tucker and Max Strus, 10 by Kyle Lowry. Jimmy Butler finished with 8. Jason Tatum had so this is the same thing. Jason Tatum with a horrendous Game 3 against Milwaukee where he scored 10 points in the 41-minute span. So this is now back-to-back series where Jason Tatum has had a terrible series. He actually dropped down 39 in Game 3 against the Nets, though. So in Game 3, he was great against the Nets. Not good at all now in back-to-back series games in Game 3 against the Bucks and now the Heat. Yeah, Jimmy Butler will not return in this game. It was announced at the end of halftime due to knee inflammation for Butler. Thomas, thanks so much for joining in. Might need to bring in our loyal fan right back into the stream for you guys for the fourth quarter. Pondung, thanks so much for joining in. Appreciate it. Next to the emoji symbol, there's that $sign right there. Appreciate it for your generous interest in a donation. on the channel. Yeah, no problem. Nobody needs to donate if they don't want to. It's just up there if anybody's interested. Same as the membership. I put the chat link out there for those who are interested in doing so. We start off the fourth quarter. Celtics miss a perimeter shot. Might need some luck from this guy here. Welcome back, my tortoise. Just to start off the fourth quarter. This is Mr. Tops. Make sure to say hello to Mr. Tops out here. He waves and say hello. Miami with the basketball. Now the bio jumper left baseline. Hits it over Grant Williams. 17-point Heat lead. Teddy, thanks so much for joining in. 11:10 left to go in the fourth. Tatum swings it outside. Into the hands of Smart. Dribbles into the key. Smart floats it up over the top. Tice gets knocked down and fouled. The clock will stop at 11:05. This will send Daniel Tice to the free throw line shooting 2. Tice missed the first free throw. High arcing and around the rim, it went no good. Boston just didn't bring the energy tonight and sustained it. They had spurts of it, but it just hasn't been there constantly tonight. 89-73, 11 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. As we have a whistle here and a foul from the outside committed by Grant Williams. Furio, thanks so much for joining in. Heat with the ball. Adebayo has it around the perimeter. Gives it outside to Hero. Shoots the three. Got knocked down. No call. Rebound goes to Boston. Derek White now into the game. White dribbles inside the paint. Moves it back outside to Smart. Open three straight away. That's way too long. And the Heat come up with a defensive board. So they've had the looks. They just cannot convert. Heat at the corner. Vincent pushing off on Tice. That's an offensive foul charge to Gabe Vincent. Tops eats a lot of greens. So he has clovers. He eats dandelions. He eats a lot of lettuce. Specifically romaine lettuce. So that's the type of lettuce that Tops eats. Smart, clear pathway, scores right down the lane for the right-handed layup. 89-75, 10:05 left to go in the fourth. 14-point game, 14 points by Marcus Smart now. Heat with a possession, and the Celtics again with another foul, this time by Smart, around the perimeter. Non-shooting foul. Chase, thanks so much for joining in. We got 10:03 left to go in the fourth quarter. Heat will inbound it. Hero, bounce pass to the top of the key to Adebayo. Adebayo, Hero, Martin, Vincent, and Strus, the five on the floor. Strus airballs it. Tice comes up and saves it right underneath the hoop, battling Vincent. Here goes the Celtics with it. 9:45 remaining. Derek White, Marcus Smart, Grant Williams, Jason Tatum, Daniel Tice. 5 on the floor currently for the Celtics. Tatum gets a touch right baseline, double teamed. Tatum, terrible pass intercepted. 19th turnover of the game by the Celtics as Martin drives right into Smart. Smart takes the charge and Caleb Martin called in the offensive foul. Celtics needed a perfect fourth quarter in order to win this game. It's been far from that with a Jason Tatum turnover. Lucky that Boston will get the ball back as Smart took the charge. Elbow hard right into the face by Caleb Martin. Smart just took a big elbow by Martin right into the face. White moves it across the court to Brown. Brown's been basically the key player to showing up tonight. Brown driving and draws the blocking foul. Clock will stop with 9:21. It's going to be on Dwayne Dedman. So Brown will shoot 2. Tatum's going to shoot here at the line. They're going to give it up. Yeah, 89-76. So Tatum shot 1. He got it. There was a technical added to that for Miami. Not sure who it was on. Max Strus, though, pleading to the officials. Probably so. And now here's Jaylen Brown shooting 2. So blocking foul, Jaylen Brown will shoot 2. First one is good by Brown. 89-77, 9:21 left to go. Second shot by Brown. Off the front rim, missed. Rebounds a crusher, too. Far from a great game played by the Celtics. 9:10 left to go in the fourth. Hero has the ball at edge of the Celtics logo. Hero, 30-foot pull-up. Hero missed it around the rim. Celtics get lucky. Rebound control by Boston. Tatum at the right elbow, defended by Hero. Tatum swings it across the court. Bounce past Derek White. Tatum passes out to the top. 3 in the air. Grant Williams hits it. Single-digit game now. 9-point game. Celtics can't make it closer than that, though. In this game, we'll see if they can put it to even closer. 89-80, timeout taken on the floor by the Heat. That's ball movement right there. Tatum inside to the corner, out to the key, back out to the top, and where Grant Williams spotted up and shot the 3 and made it. Timeout on the floor, 89-80 now the score. Things getting interesting. Celtics just down by 9 points despite turning it over 19 times. And we got 9:05 left to go. If you guys are new on the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much, y'all, for joining in, being a part here of the stream as we're around the 9-minute mark left to play in this game. Boston's able to get their stops. It's just sloppy basketball that they played. They were down by 26 at one point tonight. That shooting number for the Heat's come down to around 47%. They were 63% in the first quarter tonight. Jason Tatum's only got 10. 10 points by Tatum. Celtics could have had this one to a 2-point game. If you make all 27 free throw attempts, it's just a one-possession game. They're 20 of 27 at the free throw line. Heat are perfect 5 of 5. Celtics shooting the ball 71% tonight, free throw line. But yeah, we have around 9 minutes left to go. So an opportunity here. Still anybody's games, especially with the comebacks that we have. Things getting crazy. The Heat have just shut the door so many times. I went to college for radio, actually. That's where I work full-time in for radio production. But over time, I was, I've done broadcasting stuff. Like, I went to college for radio broadcasting. But doing, like, the play-by-play stuff, it's something that I started do after I graduated with a channel. And I started working for a couple colleges near my area last couple of months ago. Utility closet, yeah, it's darker in here. This house is made up of like punky wood. Thanks so much, Joeski. Really appreciate it, man. Looks like Siegel loves tops. Yeah, I might have him come on for another time. We'll see. Might need that little guy to give us some more inspiration out here. Maybe is what helped fuel the Celtics team. Celtics starting to pick up the motor. And Tops did that too today. Yeah, he missed a wake-up call this morning. I don't think he woke up until 11 a.m. Which he's usually up and walking around 7 a.m. We get back into action. 8:45 left to go now. Heat have the basketball. Hero, Oladipo, Lowry, PJ Tucker, Bam Adebayo. That's the 5 on the floor. I get the Tatum jersey on, and hopefully Tatum shows up for the final 8.5 minutes because he hasn't in his whole game. Adebayo got stripped in. Grant Williams called in the foul, but the Celtics are looking to review it. Grant Williams signaling to review this call. We'll see if Ime does choose to do so as Grant Williams gets called stripping Bam Adebayo into the key. Oh, that's awesome. Rugvet has a red-eared slider too as his pet turtle. That's awesome, man. There we go. There's the challenge. So Boston will challenge this last possession. Initial call, following the key committed by Grant Williams, stripping Bam Adebayo. We'll see coming up what the call will be. Huge call coming up on the floor as Boston has sent their challenge out. Tatum with just 10 tonight. He had 10 points in Game 3 against Milwaukee. 10 points here in a Game 3. It's a miracle that the Celtics are at least winning single digits. Despite the 19 turnovers by Boston, the Heat have just 6 turnovers. You would think there was being minus 19 in the turnover margin that you're down by 30 in a game like this. Jason Tatum, last time after his 10-point game against the Bucks, he dropped down 30 and 13 rebounds in Game 4 against Milwaukee. So Tatum's known to bounce back after a poor display. See what happens in Game 4 come Monday. Yeah, Celtics cannot go 0-2 at home. Got to respond in Game 4 if they can't come from behind here. Which they've been down this whole game, right from the start. Like, whenever the Celtics try to make a response, the Heat shut the door, and then Boston has had so many opportunities and just keep on turning it over. Yeah, Tatum's having a bad game, and the Heat have just shut him down today. The bad thing for the Celtics is that whenever they get winning like this 9 or 8 point margin like they've done another time before earlier in the third, the Heat just shut the door on them, and the Heat went up by 15, went on a 7-zip run. The Celtics have to really channel it here and lock in for the final 8.5 minutes. All right, so Boston did win the challenge. So call has been overturned. Celtics win the challenge. It will be jump ball between Horford and Adebayo at the midcourt logo. That is a big call, especially if the Celtics come away with this tip. Celtics have never led tonight. Largest lead in the first half, but they Heat by 26 points. We come back from the timeout. The jump ball is controlled by the Celtics. That is a huge challenge that they won. Celtics looking to see if they can put together a possession and score here. Tatum at the free throw circle. Takes the jumper, 15-footer. Tatum missed. Battle for the rebound. Grant Williams trying to battle for it with Oladipo. The clock will stop with 8:11. Is there a foul attached to this here? Grant swarmed off a triple team. It's going to be a tie-up. Result of a tie-up. Again, jump ball between Grant Williams, Victor Oladipo. 8:11 left to go. Jump ball at the Celtics free throw circle. We'll see if the Celtics can win another one. They just won the last jump ball. Before they go jump ball, Grant Williams has to have his arm checked out as he was bleeding in his arm area. So they got a towel over that to stop the bleeding. So they're going to have to clean up Grant Williams before they go with a jump ball. It's been like a lack of confidence, too, by Jason Tatum. We saw him give up a driving layup to make a pass out to the perimeter on one of the shots they just showed. Like, he could have scored on that. Thanks so much, Deadhead Betty, for being a part of the stream. Here we go, jump ball. Tipped up, and the Heat control it this time. Max Strus double team. The Heat get it in their backcourt. And they will dribble past midcourt now. With Adebayo, puts the ball into the hands of Lowry, and the outside it goes to Oladipo. Will slow it down. 8 minutes left to play. Heat up by 9. Oladipo, top of the key, guarded by Derek White. Pass out to his left to Kyle Lowry. Gets around Tatum. Shoots the three. Tatum late to cover, but missed off the front rim. Al Horford defensive rebound. 7:45 remaining. Derek White brings up the floor. Passes outside of Tatum. Tatum crossover, working on Strus. Backs his way into the key. Passes left corner, catching fire. 3 in the air. Al Horford had a look. Couldn't come down with it, though. Missed the 3. Tough one. Would have made this whole arena just go up and explode, but couldn't make it by Horford. Heat with the ball right back. 7:20 remaining. Bounce pass. Roll down. Bam. Jam. Two-handed flush. And sucks the energy out of the building. Heat by double digits. What could have been a 6-point game has turned into 11. 7:05 left to go in the fourth. Derek White at the right wing, guarded by Lowry towards his left. White, bounce pass into the hands to Jaylen Brown. Brown guarded by Oladipo. Lost control of the basketball. There's a 20th turnover of the game by the Celtics. Here goes Oladipo. Euro step. Stripped by White. Out of bounds. Last touch by White. 6:51 left to go. Boston with a turnover nightmare. 20 turnovers. 25 points off of those turnovers by the Heat with 16 Miami steals. Just when you think that they're in the game, the Heat have always shut the door in this game tonight. There's been a couple times that the Celtics could have pulled one in 6 or 7 and got the momentum more on their side. And then the Heat make a big shot and go up by 11 or 12. Lost ball. Tatum not there to clean it up. And the jumper is good by Tucker. Tatum not hustling. PJ Tucker out hustles him and knocks down the turnaround over him. 93-80 with 6:28 left to play. And PJ Tucker outscoring Jason Tatum. 13 by Tucker. 13-point lead for the Heat. Celtics with a possession. Smart floats it up. Smart scores into the key. 6:10 left to go in the fourth. Smart with 16. Heat will keep on slowing down the basketball. Time working against the Celtics. Adebayo defended by Horford at the top of the key. Passes out left wing to Lowry. 10 in the shot clock. Kyle Lowry. Lobs it over to Adebayo. Has it low, block guarded by Smart. Backs his way. Adebayo on the size advantage. Runs right over Smart. Offensive foul by Bam Adebayo. Smart takes the charge. Ball goes back to the Celtics. 5:47 left to go. Celtics need a bucket here if they want to make this a game. They wouldn't need it on this possession. Bam Adebayo just lowers that shoulder right into Smart. 5:40 remaining. Celtics with the basketball. Tatum, defended by Tucker. They're going to need to be urgent with it. Tatum lost it. Tatum turns it over with a flop. A 2-on-1 fast break for the Heat as a huge block at the rim by Jaylen Brown. Outlet pass ahead. Horford off to Grant Williams. Tatum is down. Tatum is hurt. Tatum is not on the hardwood. Jaylen Brown saves it. 5-4 for Miami. Brown puts it up. Brown scores. Contact through the foul. It's good by Jaylen Brown. Tatum is down. Tatum is holding his right ankle. He is down. He has not got up in a full minute span. Devastating. Just like that, there goes the playoffs. Not good if he cannot return. Lower right ankle. We're going to head to a timeout. Jaylen Brown will shoot one at the free throw line as we get back from the timeout. Terrible. That's just devastating. And that's why the playoffs come down to health. The Celtics don't win the finals. Big problem is going to be the health of this team. Because with a healthy team, they can certainly win it. They could win it all. And they've been able to win games with players out. The worst part of it is Jason Tatum hasn't missed a game in a long time. He's the best player in the team. Just devastating. Tatum is still down. Sheesh. Jaylen Brown doing everything tonight. He blocked Max Strus at the rim. Jaylen Brown blocks Max Strus at the rim. Tatum's heading to the locker room. He has right shoulder. He's trying to stretch out his right shoulder for Tatum. Tatum's whole body was like cockeyed. Like his right area of his body was lower than his left. It looked like the right shoulder for Tatum because he was trying to stretch it out. I know Luka's going through that too, that he's been playing through a stinger in his shoulder. One free throw is good by Jaylen Brown. It's a 8-point game, 93-85 to score with 5:18 remaining. Miracle to the Celtics, down by single digits with 20 turnovers. You win this game if you don't turn it over 20 times. Jumper at the elbow, Oladipo missed off the back rim, tipped up, defensive rebound pulled down by Jaylen Brown. Peyton Pritchard now into the game in place of Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown dribbles, goes downhill, Brown mid-range, floats it up, scores 2 by Jaylen Brown. Oh man, he has brought it tonight. 4:54 left to go. It ain't over till it's over. 7-zip run. Rallying without Jason Tatum on the floor for Jaylen Brown doing the whole work right now. Blocking Max Strus on a 2-on-1 fast break and getting a 4-on-5 bucket when Tatum went down. Here's Jaylen Brown with a massive pro hop into the key and scores, and this is just a 6-point game. Timeout taken on the floor. Under 5 minutes left to go. Just down by 6 for Boston, showing signs of life because of number 7 tonight in white and green. Jaylen Brown playing his heart out tonight with 32. 32 points by Jaylen Brown, the top scorer in the game. 9 rebounds. 16 by Smart. Horford's got 20 points, 12 boards. 27 by Adebayo, 13 by Tucker, 11 by Strus, 10 by Lowry. Without Rob Williams tonight for Boston. Every single series that the Celtics have played in, it's a complete, especially the last two, it's been a complete bloodbath. This one and the Bucks one. So yeah, it's been reported Jason Tatum heading to the locker room due to an apparent shoulder injury. So it's a shoulder injury for Tatum. Don't know the extent of it as we get back to action. 4:45 left to go. 6-point game, Miami with the basketball. At the left wing, Lowry attacks, lost it, turnover. Grant Williams, a gift right into his hand. 4:30 left to go. Celtics with a chance to cut it. Brown moves it out to his right to Smart. Smart with 14 on the shot clock. Smart top of the key, guarded by Adebayo. Smart gives it out to Brown, the hot hand. Brown inside the key, right hand. Brown scores. He's got it. Jaylen Brown with 34. It's a 4-point game. 4:10 left to go. 12 of 17 from the floor with 9 rebounds and 34 points by Jaylen Brown. Getting right to the rim. Jason Tatum, by the way, just headed from the locker room back to the bench. Adebayo at the right elbow. Passes down low. Tucker, backdoor. Missed the layup. He was wide open. Defensive rebound. Pulled down by Al Horford. Wide open layup, and PJ Tucker tried to be too fancy. Going backdoor, and he missed it. Here goes the Celtics with it. Top of the key, Brown. Knocked down. That's a foul by Max Strus reaching in. Clock will stop at 3:40. Ain't over till it's over. The Boston Celtics have never led tonight. The last time that I actually called a game up in New Hampshire before leaving, I called the Nets against the Sixers, and the Nets led the whole game, and the Sixers made the final bucket in the last 15 seconds. That was back in, I think, October, early start of the season. 3.5 left to go. Bounce pass. Tatum is back onto the floor. Tatum gets tied. Yeah, he got tied up here, I think, between Lowry. Almost the 21st turnover of the game by Boston. 3:27 remaining. It's going to be jump ball between Tatum and Lowry. So Tatum just checked right back in. Tatum, Horford, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Grant Williams. That's the 5 on the floor currently for the Celtics. 3:27 left to go. Tip ball goes into the hands of Horford. Turnaround blocked by Adebayo. That's a monster block as the Heat come up with it. Adebayo, Strus, Oladipo, Lowry, Tucker. That's the 5 on the floor currently. 4-point game. Adebayo, top of the free throw circle, guarded by Horford. Adebayo, 7 on the shot clock. Hands it off to Strus on the outside. Lowry has it. Knocked down as the Celtics commit a foul. The clock will stop with 3:05. Non-shooting, it's on the outside. Is that on Tatum around the screen? It was. Tatum tried to get around the screen, knocked down, bam. 3:05 left to go. This would be ridiculous if the Celtics win this game and it was Jason Tatum that made the final shot, like he did before halftime. It's only a 4-point game. Celtics just 1 of 5 from 3 in the corner. Heat's 0 for 4 in the quarter. Lowry stumbles, picks up his dribble. Dribbles back out to the right corner. Defended 1-on-1 by Horford. Lowry inside the key. Jumper mid-range. That's well short. Horford with a big defensive rebound. 2:45 left to go. Pass ahead out to Tatum. Tatum defended at the right baseline. Gives it outside to Smart. Outside of Brown. Shoots the 3. Got it to go. Jaylen Brown money. Holy smokes, what a game by JB when it matters the most. 12-0 run by the Celtics. Jaylen Brown with 37. 2:30 left to go, and the Celtics on a 12-0 run in the last 4 minutes. The Heat just got stopped. The Heat with the ball on the outside, and Smart reaching in. Clock will stop with 2:22 as a foul gets called on Smart. That was close to a turnover by Miami. Near side of the floor, I think it was Lowry, who was guarded by Smart. Boston has never led tonight. 37 by Jaylen Brown. Inbound goes to Lowry. Both teams next time around will be in the bonus. Lowry gives it over to Strus, shoots the three, and he hits it. Back to a 4-point game. That's a huge three by Max Strus as the Heat finally make a three in the fourth. Celtics with the ball. Max Strus got 14. Top of the key, Smart. Smart guarded by Strus 1-on-1. 2 minutes left to go. 10 on the shot clock. Smart towards his right. Smart looking to pass it off. Finds Brown. Brown with 37. Brown looking for 40. Guarded by Strus. Brown, a step back. Or thinking about a step back. Makes the extra pass. Deflected out of bounds as the shot clock goes down. And that's a turnover by Boston. Brown should have got the step back. Brown should have taken that step back three and decided to pass when the shot clock had turned down to 0. 1:45 remaining. That's 22 turnovers by Boston. A miracle that they're in this game, down by 4, turning it over 22 times. Just 9 turnovers by the Heat. Heat with a possession. Lowry moves it out to the right corner. Strus, defended by Brown, dumps it over to Adebayo. 4 to shot clock. Adebayo gonna have to take a deep jumper. Leads into Horford, and he hits it. Celtics signaling a travel no call as Adebayo hits down a monster shot with 1:20 left to go. Bam's got 29 and 10 tonight. Tatum with a possession. Has to be urgent. Just keeps on dribbling around the perimeter. Dump off. And intercepted. Tatum with another terrible turnover in between traffic and the key. And the Heat come up with a steal, and Jaylen Brown gets knocked down in the corner. Clock will stop with 1:07. Once Jason Tatum comes back onto the floor, just gave the game away. Just wasn't his night tonight. And PJ Tucker will head to the free throw line as the Heat now in the bonus. The turnover's been the story. 23 by Boston. 23 turnovers by the Celtics. I can't even remember covering a game for college basketball this year at the D3 level, and the team turned it over 23 times. I don't even think that happened that often at the middle school or high school level for basketball. 23 turnovers. First shot is good by Tucker. Second free throw, he makes it. Just like that, the Heat lead by 8. 23 turnovers ain't going to win you too many games, and it certainly doesn't look like right now with 1:07 left to go. It looked like the Celtics were going to have a chance, but nope. It's going to be tough now, down by 8. 23 turnovers the story. $100-92 as we go to a timeout with 1:07 left to go in the fourth quarter. Celtics going to have to finish off the final minute on an 8-zip run to force overtime. It's a bad game by Jason Tatum with just 10 points. Well, Jason Tatum's playing through it tonight with a apparent right shoulder injury for Tatum. $192. We get back to action. The 101 left to go. Last possession, Grant Williams battling Bam Adebayo for the rebound. And, ooh, yeah, Bam with an elbow to the face of Grant Williams called it a Adebayo foul. Multiple bodies collided. So Grant Williams will head to the free throw line. 1 minute left to play. Perfect 2 for 2 tonight at the line. An 82% shooter in the playoffs. First shot is good. Second shot rattles at home. 6-point game. 15 seconds left to play. 109-107. Celtics with a 3. That will go down by Nick Stauskas. And that's the ball game. So 109-103. They heat up 2-1 in the season series for the series in the playoffs. Just wonder if you guys can hear me, if the stream is frozen. I don't know why it's doing that. The stream is going throughout the course of this game really well. I know a couple of years ago there was a problem with YouTube that the stream kept on getting frozen or something like that, but we'll close out to the channel members here. All channel members get a shout out. Thanks so much for joining in. Jason, Rajeep, Russell, BP, Greg, Oreo Pudding, Braden, Bino, Mark, Mike, John, Jessica, Ahino, Joseph, Mike.